Invincible is in comic series widely recognized for its fierce and bloody confrontations. We have touched on the battles of Invincible against Conquest, a formidable battle-hardened Viltrumite, in the past. Yet, no confrontation is equal to the titanic clash between Thragg and Battlebeast, which raged on for several days, ultimately leading to an entire planet's annihilation. To fully appreciate this masterpiece in this confrontation between Thragg and Battlebeast, it's crucial to first lay the backstory. Thragg, upon his banishment by the Viltrumites, found his leadership status threatened. He had hidden a vital fact from his people. OmniMan's lineage could be traced back to Argal the Great, the true Emperor of Viltrum. This deception was eventually unveiled, ending in Viltrumite's rise against Thragg. He escaped to Thraxa, a planet inhabited by advanced, short-lived insect-like species. This is the same planet that OmniMan, after departing from Earth earlier in the storyline, had subdued, and it also served as the birthplace of Oliver Grayson. Oliver is the second son of OmniMan and Invincible's half-sibling. At the same time, a planetary alliance viewed Thragg as a persistent menace and dispatched their most formidable warrior, Battlebeast, to neutralize him. Known across the cosmos as the terror of the twin galaxies, Battlebeast had seized control over numerous planets and attained immense might through an unexplained mystical curse. Thragg, isolated and susceptible, presented an ideal opportunity to be defeated once and for all. Thragg and Battlebeast had crossed paths earlier in the storyline, though their skirmish was brief and took place on unequal terms. Battlebeast was resolute in concluding their duel, asserting that it had not yet reached its conclusion. Thragg, conversely, scoffed at Battlebeast for their earlier space confrontation where the latter held the upper hand, given that Battlebeast lacked the capacity to fly or survive in a vacuum. He emphasized that his involvement in the war was solely to discover an adversary who matched or potentially surpassed his own power, allowing him to meet a noble end in combat. Thragg recognized the massive power of Battlebeast, suggesting that he could have been a valuable accomplice in the expansion of the Viltrum Empire. However, Battlebeast, who lived solely for warfare and the exhilaration of battle, showed no interest in such prospects. His alliance with the Coalition was purely to seek formidable adversaries. This discourse was suddenly halted by the emergence of the Ragnars, a fearsome extraterrestrial species that the Coalition had unleashed to assassinate Thragg once and for all. The Ragnars held the power to puncture Viltrumite skin, rendering them a significant vulnerability. When one of the Ragnars assaulted Thragg, causing severe chest injuries, Battlebeast was incensed that his duel with Thragg was disrupted. He instantly allied with Thragg, annihilating all the Ragnars in a demonstration of his extraordinary strength and battle proficiency. Outraged by the interruption to his fight, Battlebeast proclaimed that he wouldn't accept any upper hand and in a shocking move disemboweled himself. This left Thragg astonished and led him to label Battlebeast as insane. Thragg ridiculed Battlebeast for turning the conflict into a mere spectacle, but Battlebeast countered him, declaring that this was his existence and his sole purpose was to engage in battle. The two colossal warriors briefly faced each other, readying themselves for the greatest battle they had ever encountered. They then rushed toward one another, unleashing an enormous shockwave felt for miles in every direction. This monumental clash spanned several days, with the comic intermittently capturing its progress and displaying the extensive devastation they instigated. Their conflict spread to a nearby urban area, where their chaotic duel led to the destruction of structures and thoroughfares, leaving a trail of havoc behind. Despite the fervor of the combat and the destruction it wrought, neither participant seemed ready to capitulate. In a desperate bid to secure an upper hand, Thragg propelled Battlebeast into the air, only for Battlebeast to retaliate by hurling Thragg to the ground and biting off his hand. In the wake of their encounter, the city lay in ruins. Both warriors were almost completely smeared in blood and drained of energy. Thragg proclaimed his intent to submerge Battlebeast in his own blood, thereby concluding their duel for good. Yet, Battlebeast felt victory was within his grasp and that he had at last found the adversary he had been relentlessly seeking. The fight seemed interminable, but the end was approaching as they once again plunged into battle. However, Thragg's superior tactics and shrewdness eventually tipped the scales in his favor. He landed a definitive strike on Battlebeast, causing him to slump to the ground in defeat. Battlebeast, on the verge of death, expressed his gratitude to Thragg for offering him the glorious demise he had craved all his life. Thragg respected his adversary's warrior ethos and granted him this final desire. As Thragg extracted Battlebeast's heart to conclude their battle, he also instantly crumbled due to the severe injuries he sustained and sheer exhaustion. Fortunately, the nearby Thraxans observed the turmoil and hastened to Thragg's aid. They treated his wounds and assisted in his recovery. Awestruck by his fortitude and grit, news of Battle Beast's demise rapidly propagated. The coalition forces who had been battling alongside him fell back to report this development to their leader, Alan the Alien. Enraged, Alan immediately commanded Invincible and Oliver to travel to Thraxa and eliminate the weakened and powerless Thragg. He perceived Thragg as a menace to the galaxy and was convinced that he must be eradicated before he could wreak further havoc. Nonetheless, Thragg had anticipated their arrival and vacated the planet soon after the conflict had concluded. He understood that he needed time to recuperate from his wounds and strategize his next course of action. He journeyed to an undisclosed location where he began to assemble an army of Viltrumite hybrids. These hybrids aged significantly faster than ordinary Viltrumites, implying that Thragg could build a powerful force of fighters within a few short years. Defeating his enemies was not enough for Thragg. His ambitions extended to reigning over the galaxy and emerging as the most potent entity in the universe. He was aware that such a feat would necessitate a massive army of dedicated soldiers, and he was prepared to take any measures necessary to realize his ambitions. As he plotted and strategized, Thragg took Battle Beast's hide and transformed it into his own regal mantle. This act was not a display of triumph, but rather a mark of respect towards his toughest and most formidable foe. Thragg acknowledged that Battle Beast had been a commendable adversary, and he intended to pay homage to him in his distinctive manner. The clash between Thragg and Battle Beast will be remembered as one of the fiercest and bloodiest in recent comic history. It underlined Thragg's villainous power as he vanquished Battle Beast, a character previously undefeated. It also indicated Thragg's relentless pursuit of victory, regardless of the opponent's strength. However, some fans debate the fairness of the fight, pointing to Battle Beast's self-inflicted, potentially lethal injury and his lack of the Viltrumite's enhanced regeneration. They argue that Battle Beast could have triumphed had the conditions been equal. Despite such controversies, Thragg and Battle Beast's showdown remains an unforgettable moment in the Invincible series. It epitomizes the grand battles and extraordinary characters that have earned Invincible its worldwide fan base. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and join us in following the exciting journeys of Thragg, Battle Beast, and more beloved characters. By liking and sharing this video, you'll support the series and help introduce it to potential new fans. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next time.